turn it on. Is that recording? Yes, I hope so. Okay. You look fabulous, by the way. Okay. Okay, now we're going to talk about the girls' uniform or attire and what you're supposed to look like. And this is a perfect example. And we're going to start again from head down to toe. If you have long, beautiful hair like this, you need to pull it back because we want to see your face, and it also won't distract from you playing. And you can use, if you turn around for me, you can use a nice rubber band back here that is very discreet and nice. No big bows, no glittery things. You can turn back around just so it's off your face. We don't want any bling. We just want to see your beautiful face. Okay, then we're going to go to, so that describes the shirt. If you have earrings, you can wear stud earrings, no dangling earrings. It's too distracting and could interfere with your playing. And that's perfect. Then we're going to go to your blouse, the tuck shirt. The tuck shirt, just like the boys, you need to have an undershirt on. For girls, it's called a camisole. It has a bunch of other names, but basically what I'm talking about is a tank top with either thick straps or thin spaghetti straps. It just has to be just like the boys, no writing on it, okay? There can't be any design on the front or the back, any print message, anything. The reason why you do this is because we want to see the nice crisp white shirt. We don't want to see any belly flesh. We don't want to see any contrasting colors. We want you to look professional, and that's the goal here. Then the skirt, okay? The skirt sits not on your hips, not way up here. It sits where your belly button. Your belly button is your zone of your waist. If it sits on your belly button, that's exactly where it needs to be. Okay, and it goes down to your ankle. It can go a little bit lower, but not to the floor. We don't want you tripping, and it doesn't want to go any higher because we want it to meet the shoe, okay? So, and if you have any questions about hemming, please let Miss Reed or Mr. McCarthy know. And it's a pretty simple fix to get it to where you need it to be. Okay, then we're going to go down to the floor, and we're going to talk about your shoes. And hopefully you can see these shoes. They are flats. They're ballet shoes. You can wear any shoe as long as it's closed toe. It can't be a sports shoe, though. It can't be a sneaker. It can be any closed toe shoe. The heel cannot be any higher than 1 inch. Okay, so we're going to keep the heel flat as possible. And it can be a lace-up shoe. That's fine. Make sure it's a black lace shoe. No markings on it. We got that clear. Okay, then it's the socks, or in our case as girls, we wear nylons or knee-highs. You can get nylons, knee-highs, any of those things, as well as the camisole at Marshall's, at Ross, at Target, at Walmart. And I know for a fact you can get the knee-highs or even stockings at CVS. So when you're looking for those things, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You just go to a discount store and they will have the supplies for you, okay? As far as the shoes, you can go to any discount store and get those. There's DSW, there's, oh, you know, the other ones that are out there. So anyway, and it can be super simple. Doesn't have to be fancy. In fact, less fancy the better. Okay, so let's go back up and talk about the bow tie. I'm going to show you how to do the bow tie. If you see the bow tie, it's nice and it stays up and it doesn't flop or droop down. What we want you to do is make sure that the bow tie fits around the neck firmly. We don't want you to choke yourself. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It just needs so that the bow tie is not down here, but up here. Also, you will notice that these are called wings on your tuck shirt. And the wings are behind the bow, not in front of it. That wouldn't look very good. So we want it behind the bow. The strap, and let's turn you around. The strap goes nicely around. And let's see, in the back, there is just like on the boys' tuck shirt, there is a loop that the strap can go through if you choose. You don't have to. It's there to keep the bow tie from rising up on the back of your neck. Also, let's turn back around this way. I'm going to take the bow tie off. We're going to talk about, whoops, I'm sorry. Okay, So here's the bow tie. On the back you have a slip latch, and that latch is to make the tie wider or narrower depending on what you need. And this is called a clip-on tie because behind the bow is where you're going to find the loop, and that's where it just hooks into. Simple, easy peasy, okay? So, and it sits nicely around, and it's nice if someone could do it for you because it is kind of tough. And yeah, when you have the long hair, they want to pull your hair, and we just easily loop it in there. The straps go under the wing, but the bow tie goes in front. Okay, so we got that. Now, the fabulous sash. Okay, so here's the sash. The sash is going to sit in the center of your waist. We don't want it on the side. It doesn't go in the back. It sits in the center. And the beauty of the sash and what it's supposed to do is help the transition from the shirt down through the skirt. And it makes it very nice and gets rid of the elastic waist. So it makes you look much more professional. The sash is going to be tied in a square knot. Now, this is where the fun begins for us girls in the square knot. I'm going to take this off of Stella, my great volunteer, and I'm going to actually put it on so that you can see how to tie this. Okay, because it's hard for me to do it without doing it myself. Okay, so we are even on both sides. Okay, we're going to start with one side. It doesn't matter. It goes, one goes on top, just like if you're tying anything. And it comes up and through. Okay, you bring it in firmly, but not tightly. Okay, you don't want to choke yourself. Then the same one that's on top is going to go on top again and through. Okay, and we work it very gently across, and though it's not a perfect square, I think I did a very good job this time, but not a perfect square, it is in a sense a rectangle or square, and someone can help you with this if you have trouble. Okay, but it is supposed to sit right here, and you just make sure that the sash is nicely extended all the way around so that it fits on your waist, at the waist of the elastic, and it hides that, and then you look extremely professional. Okay, so let's see, Stella, you want to try and show me how you did it? Sure. Okay, here we go. Let's see Stella do it. Okay, so she comes around on top, through the bottom, taking the top one again, crosses over, brings that through the bottom, and nicely, look at that. Oh, that's so much better than mine. Awesome. And she sits it nicely in the center. Okay? Now, if you're a cello player, you're going to have, instead of the skirt, you've got the Palazzo pants, which is a lot of people are jealous about. They all wish they could have the Palazzo pants because they're probably a lot more comfortable and flexible. You are still going to have the sash issue. You still need to wear that sash with those pants, okay? So I think that that pretty much concludes it. Can you think of anything else, Stella? Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Okay, awesome. And again, this is to represent your school and to be professional. You guys look fabulous in this. Remember, do not start taking things off when you after the concert and arrive fully prepared for the concert. Don't be walking around with a sash on your hand and a bow tie. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please tell Miss Reed or Mr. McCarthy as soon as possible. Thanks so much. Good job. Okay, let me double check